This is becoming more and more common, abusing high ground vision either from the Hawk, Boars, Wards, like you see Tundra's gonna place here. And everyone just coming to say hi.
Yeah, I mean, Tundra, they're stepping in. They're going to take a two-man impale here on 9 and Fada as they're going to start chasing them down. The Borstar on a Fada, that'll be first blood for Alliance, going the way as Limp as well. So he's going to get that nice boost in the mid lane to start things off. They're still trying to chase in onto 9, but they won't be able to get any more hits onto him. But either way, I mean, that's the sort of a boost that Limp would love to start his lane with.
Yeah, I think they underestimated the fact that Alliance would also be there as 5, because those early spells, the slows coming out from the Wyvern and the Troll, they are nasty, especially when you clump up like they did for this Nyx Impale follow-up. Looking at S4's item build, he definitely is on the same page that his Necrobook timing needs to come as early as possible, because that's about as much of a rush of a Necrobook I've ever seen.
All right, and in sort of this top lane against the PL and the Lich, should he have a pretty good time farming up here, or can these two deal with a Beastmaster in lane?
This is a really strong save lane,
yeah.
Tundra. I definitely give the favor to the PL lane. This is a very snowbally lane, though. If PL falls behind even slightly, he'll just get bullied away by the Boar consistently. But if they're able to get like 1 or 2 early kills on the Lich PL, eventually Beastmaster won't even be able to walk up. This is similar to last game's mid lane, where if PL gets 6 before Beastmaster, he'll be able to consistently push out the lane with illusions with safety. But if Beastmaster gets 6 first, then Skeeter will be forced to leave lane and inevitably lose his tower. So it's very much who gets 6 here first.
We'll see.
FNG, sniping couriers. This is the 4 position life.
All right. Say goodbye to your man. Go, Farter. And how are we having in the mid matchup? I mean, we obviously saw draft-wise, this time around Tundra, they don't go for the Wraith King. And the Shaker obviously taken away from them. They had such strength with last game. They do get this Void Spirit again though for 9, and he had a good showing last game. We saw some great plays straight from the off in the lane. A little bit harder this time around though, I guess, against the DP in the matchup.
Yeah, DP seems to be the common pickup against Void Spirit. He lacks burst damage early on, and he also lacks D-push other than throwing himself right into the middle of the creep wave. Unlike a Puck or a Lina, you can't outpush the wave unless you're right there. So Death Prophet's quite good against these in-your-face heroes because of the Spirit Siphon and then inevitably the tower threat with the Exorcism. And just complements well with the pace that Alliance is trying to set. Very XP-dependent pace that they're going for. All the 6s in just the Necrobook will be enough. Troll Warlord, curious to see if he goes for the Battle Fury or more like the Phase Maelstrom SNY mid-game-esque build.
What would you be more of a fan of in a game like this?
Last game he went for the I'm gonna farm while my team makes space for me route, and it didn't go so well. So I'd almost prefer Nico Baby play more his style where he goes that mid-game damage item where he's also participating in the fights. I feel like watching Skeeter be active early game and watching Nico Baby sit back and farm was a bit uncharacteristic for him. I'm not saying he played last game incorrectly. I just don't necessarily think that's what he's known for.
We'll see what sort of decision he chooses to take so far in the lane. Looks to be having no trouble down here. As actually both side lanes pretty much getting even amount of farm between the two of them. Both offlaners and both carries farming all right here. Now as nobody's getting completely bullied out of the lane. As bottom, trying to go on to 33, but it's a little hard to do so. It's in fact 33 and by, but turn their attentions over towards Nico Baby. Trade a good bit of damage back onto him. Yeah, bursting in rather low, but he's prepared. They've got a couple of salves in the lane still to go, and he does have that full wand, of course, against this duo. Well, not full wand, but a completed, upgraded wand because of all the abilities that will be spammed down here.
I do like that they rotated the Wyvern top just because Abaddon's shield is so good against Wyvern's Arctic Burn, making it so that by picking the Troll Warlord, usually Nyx Assassin is too weak of a 5 position, or at least to be laned as a 5 position. And in this case, the strength of the Troll Warlord in lane will counteract the weakness of the Nyx Assassin super early. So Everyone getting what they need. Oh, that's a big one.
And there we go. S4, he was playing around with
Just the boar.
this boar. Yet the boar, he couldn't
That's the
deal
real
with
hero.
it. He couldn't deal with the boar. S4's micro just bullying him straight out of the lane.
Now that boar is ridiculously obnoxious once it gets that level 2 boar. The 20% attack speed and movement speed slow. It doesn't seem like much. It's only 10 extra compared to level 1 boar, but it is incredibly potent this early on.
You haven't got any means to deal with it, especially if you're some poor old support. Now damage is certainly done, as yeah, we are starting to see on this top lane. I mean, still, yeah, PL is farming just as fine as S4 is, but S4's definitely going to be hitting some good timings on the Necro books this game. Especially with Alliance getting the...
Holy crap, that's going to be a 5-minute Necro book.
Yeah.
You said good timing. I went and checked. That might be the fastest Necro book I've ever seen on a Beastmaster. This is insane. I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with this.
Yeah, I mean...
Tundra. I don't think there's any hero in the game that can deal with a 5-minute Necro book on Beastmaster right now.
No, I mean, this Lich better watch out. As we'll see what S4 does with the boars alone. And again, just this micro. I mean, you see Skeeter just... He's starting to struggle to be able to come up to the wave now.
He's going to be level 5 on Beastmaster. They're going to have
Yeah.
Catapult. This is a huge timing to get it this early because it's matched up with the Catapult wave. They don't have the D-push to get rid of this with the PL still being level 5.
Yeah, and there you go, Brian.
The tower might be dropping, or at least a significant HP amount.
You were bang on. In 118 matches of Beastmaster, this is the fastest in the patch that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I think if I'm playing carry and I see the opponent Beastmaster get a Necrobook this early, I'm kind of shitting my pants, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's got to be a little scary. And we've seen what S4 does before in his Beastmaster. He does take over games. So definitely going to be a bit of a concern for Tundra. As this top lane...
They do have the Lich armor, I guess, which is pretty decent at defending the tower this early. Probably going to tank up that Catapult. They're not just going to let it die, are they? Okay, they fort. Good fort by Alliance. Skeeter doing a good job of dragging the Radiant creeps away from the tower. As we see pressure also coming mid.
Nice little TP over to the tier 2. We'll keep Biver safe.
Multiple lanes of Catapult pressure at once. This is exactly what Alliance is going for.
Yeah, this.
They do get rid of the Catapult top, though. So Skeeter should be fine for now, as he is level 6. And S4 is not quite level 6 himself.
This next wave should do it. See, bottom 9, he's coming with a gank. He's trying to get aggressive onto Nico Baby. It's a little difficult, though, as Nico Baby does have the 6. So, 9 could get turned upon if he overcommits. And if he gets rooted, he might be in trouble. Stuns out. There's the root. They do have the grab. Biver coming in clutch to hold back the troll, and that allows Tundra to turn with a burst. Beautiful grab by Biver.
He tried to block it on Handskin, but that was just so well placed by 9 that he wasn't able to get there in the way in time. Once again, Tundra is so good at deterring this early aggression. They did it in every game I've watched them so far, including this series. They seem to always draft a slightly greedier lineup that scales better into the late game and really doesn't look to take early buildings at all. And you're seeing here, they expertly fended off top lane and mid lane, both towers staying alive against this immense amount of pressure. He even managed to get a kill on Nico Baby to slow down his timings too.
We'll come back.
Yeah, Alliance is ahead, but I don't know if this is good enough based on how their lineup is supposed to function here. I think they need buildings. We'll be keeping an eye out for the next Death Prophet ulti, as well as the fact that Beastmaster's probably going to get top tower for free right now.
Books out again, and
Lich armor.
It's definitely slowing it down a little bit.
It's 40% damage reduction. That's pretty significant. Every second he buys is an extra creep camp for Skeeter.
Absolutely. No, it's definitely taken a few more rounds of summoning Necro books to take this tower than they would have liked. They should get it this time round. Finally, they'll be able to bring it out. Now open up this top half of the map. S4 continuing to be able to hit some very, very fast timings here with these book upgrades.
I am concerned because this game PL, this isn't a hero that wants to participate nearly as early as the Wraith King. Yes, once he gets the defusal, he'll be able to take part of these mid-game teamfights, but I think they might need him earlier than that this game. The Alliance, their pace might just be a bit too fast this game.
And how does sort of Troll match up against the PL in the different stages of the game?
It mostly boils down to how long the fights last, because if PL's managed to poke your mana down and make it so you're not able to spam those whirling axes for the mischance, then PL will reign supreme. But if they can manage to burst down a couple targets with the Roar, deter further aggression with the Death Prophet Exorcism, maybe have an Aegis on the Troll so he doesn't care if he doesn't have mana, that's when Troll will be perfectly fine in this matchup. Because you can kind of just ignore the PL until the PL has enough items to do damage, because your Whirling Axes are so much damage reduction effectively against the illusions.
See mid, 9. He's going to jump in with the setup on a lip. They got the pullback with the Remnant. Wow, and the gaze of Fada, and it's enough. They burst through him. A bit of damage done to that tier 1 with the Exorcism, but again, you know, not quite being able to finish the objective with the way that Tundra's holding.
Yeah, they didn't bring the Beastmaster with him. It looks like S4 is content to farm up his Necrobook 3 top, looking to maybe push that lane in first before he heads mid. Surprised they didn't line up those timings. I really felt like the S4 Beastmaster would make his way towards mid when the Limb Death Prophet ulted, but getting caught again, kind of being greedy with their moves, not committing enough resources to get what they want. Tundra does a great job of punishing this. They saw the Beastmaster top. They know the Wyvern doesn't have 6 yet, so there's no save coming out. And 33 likes this Earn Drum build, apparently, as this is the exact item build he went last game.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out then. And well, why not again?
Onskin, scouting out bottom. Maybe just getting to watch his tower die. It's nice to have that instant Hex against Nyx, but this is really why Shaman is so good against Nyx, because you can push the tower without having to put yourself at risk. And Nyx usually preys upon heroes that have to be on top of the tower and don't feel comfortable hitting it. Thus, they can't even take towers even if they're capable. And that's just a huge thing to be offered from a 4 position. I think why Shaman's even better as a hero in this meta than before. Very few supports, if any, offer that.
Oh,
Mid tower does go down, though.
Yeah, they did.
So a lot of trading going on, and I think trading favors Tundra.
Sure. As you said, 11.5 minutes in, 1k advantage for Alliance, but you really do feel what with sort of Alliance's draft, they kind of need it to be a little bit more than that.
I would say this is about an even game.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to go and say they should be further ahead.
Okay.
But by being up by 2k right now, I would say I would leave both teams at about a 50-50 shot to win this game.
Good move here from Tundra. Sweep
This
around.
is huge, actually.
S4's been getting a lot of space up here. Actually going to pop the Roar on the way out. See if he can get a kill in return with the Necro Book, and he will.
What a hero. That's such a huge momentum swing, though, for Tundra, because Beastmaster, every second he's alive, represents inevitable pressure on whatever lane he's in, and he's basically a Doom. Any hero that goes into his lane when Roar's off cooldown is just going to die, and nobody wants to occupy that area. So by killing him, it allows 9 to get 2 or 3 creep waves top, which then allows Skeeter to farm somewhere else. They're getting so much off of the map because of this kill. It's like a farming kill, because by killing him, you have so much more area and so much less pressure.
And Anskin, he's coming, he's trying to drop down a ward, but they had a ward there themselves. They see him go for it. Let's see if they can chase him. Actually going to drop the ult here. Just have that extra bit of damage. I mean, it sets up for the shackle. It gets the job done. Top lane, though, 9. Ooh, just out of range of those axes. He gets slowed by Nico Baby, but actually able to walk away from the 2 of them.
People hold off skills too often, man. You need that kill. You committed 3 heroes there. Skeeter wants to farm that area without contest. Just ult the guy.
Yeah.
You know, who cares?
Absolutely.
I like it. Only 100-second cooldown. Not all that bad. He's honestly most important for his Frost Shield at this stage in the game. Defusal done on Skeeter. It's quite good against Wyvern, because the Cold Embrace, yes, it protects them from the damage, but they will still wake up from that sleep with no mana. Pretty useless usually afterwards anyway.
Let's see what Alliance can do with this move. They want to try and get a smoke move on to this top lane with the Ghost ready to go. See if Tundra are able to hold this tier 2. It's going to be a lot of pressure coming in from Alliance. 33 into the trees. They're diving in on him. Is Tundra going to be able to offer up any help? As 33 looking to be in a lot of trouble here. As he's sandwiched right deep in the tree line. He's able to cut his way through though. The Serpent Wards are down. They can't quite get a grab onto Nico Baby. Skeeter's heading across. He's got the lance down on him. They're going to use the curse to trap down 9. Catches the 4 of them. Beautifully done into the silence, but not enough damage to take down 9. They do manage to actually get Nico Baby's courier, so that's going to be a blade of alacrity on the sidelines for a couple of minutes. And Tundra, they won't lose anyone, and they are able to push back Alliance after Alliance tried to swing in on this top tier 2 tower with a smoke.
And he is going for the Maelstrom SNY mid-game heavy build for Nico Baby. Much more up his alley, I think, than last game. And I'm still a bit nervous for them. Maelstrom's nice. Troll is okay at dealing with PL if you ever manage to lock on the real one, but a lot of times in fights, you push that ultimate and you're just hitting illusions the whole time.
Oh god, they find themselves a kill on 33. Fada, he's going to step in though, drag back Hanskin, the eyes. Jane Frost is out as well. Hanskin's going to get frozen in place by the cold embrace. FNG trying to save him. FNG's going to go for the TP out. He's not going to make it away in time as Skeeter, with the illusions, takes him down easily with the damage from his diffusal blade. And of course, the rest of the lineup picks off Hanskin, who gets left behind.
That was sick by Skeeter. He left his illusions on the Nyx while he was cold embraced, so he had no mana, so he was done for by the Void Spirit when he came up, and chose to use his real hero to chase the Wyvern, getting them that extra bonus kill. Really pushing his limits there, getting the maximum out of that fight that he could. And his timings, they're coming online. Even though you have 1 core on top and the next 3 are on the side of Alliance, I think this is exactly what Tundra intended with their draft, and are perfectly happy to have heroes like Abaddon lower on the net worth, because he's going to serve his purpose by standing in front of towers like you saw, and also being that late game shield against the Roar, as well as the Nyx Assassin potential burst coming out.
Good silence here from Lip. Puts a stop onto the play, attempted onto Hanskin. They've got good sentries around here though, Tundra. They see most of Hanskin's attempts to sneak in up these stairs.
Maybe gonna force Roche here. Might not be a bad way to utilize that level 2 exorcism.
They do it, yeah. They're
thinking about it.
They'll do it very quickly if they want to try with the DP and the Beastmaster in the pit.
Maybe they're waiting for Nico Baby to farm his way towards the team. Just cleared out his own jungle. Has the Yasha once his courier's up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Actually, they're gonna try and take away this tier 2 first before backing for Roche. Or at least trying to force Tundra to come back up it.
Dire's top tower.
I love this item by 33, queuing up the Blink Dagger, knowing that Death Prophet's silence will prevent him from just walking in and saving people. The panel talked about that AoE will prevent the saves, the reliable saves coming out from the support in the off lane here. So that's a really cool heads up item choice by 33. And it looks like a free Roche for Alliance. This is exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, this is pretty important.
Give Nico Baby the second life, allows him to just hit buildings, ignoring the PL. And they might even look to go high ground with the tail into this, to be honest with you.
I mean, that would be quite the move.
They have the heroes to do it.
Sure, you feel like if they're going to get a tier 2, they're going to keep pushing on.
They're going to definitely force Tundra back to base, at the very minimum. We've seen teams where their whole idea of walking to the high ground is at least to get all 5 heroes at base, herd them into their base such that you're winning the farm war, even if you're not taking objectives. So it looks like they're going for a trade on the mid lane with Tundra, so this is well played by Skeeter, but he's not going to be able to do that with rapid haste, so he's TPing in.
I mean, S4 has been trapped. They've got the Serpent Wards down, and now they're chased onto the side. They set things up onto the Void Spirit with the Winter's Curse. Now they'll turn their attention over towards 33. Nico Baby getting low. So they need
to get this tower at the bare minimum for Alliance, because if they get this tower, then the next set of ultimates will be the Rax.
Well, let's see if Tundra can hold without 9. Yeah, they'll have to let it go. So, well, fortification.
Are they going to back off?
They're backing.
Exorcism is expiring.
Yeah, they're not going to try and stick around to finish it with 9 respawning in a few seconds.
Wow, they actually held that. That's crazy. It's even more important because the 20-minute outpost would have been exposed. It's 18:30 right now. So they're going to keep that experience heading their way. Weather the storm, Tundra's going for, just like Tundra does up in the mountains. I wonder if that's their intent when they have these late game lineups. Do you think that's what they were going for, Owen?
I mean, there's always a reason behind the name.
Yeah. Or I could just be way overthinking it for no reason.
That's pretty deep, yeah. But this, as you said, as long as this PL can sort of stay in line and a little bit ahead of the three cores of Alliance, like you feel that the PL is going to be happy with his position as long as he's keeping up. This is all part of the plan.
Skeeter's in a spot where if he dies once, this game becomes very hard.
Oh, okay.
We might be seeing it happen here.
Yeah, they get the setup. With the curse, they're trying to head over to help out Skeeter. Skeeter into the silence. They've got anything to save him. Remnant down. It's going to drag some of them back, but the Raw's out. S4 able to have that final bit of lockdown to secure them the kill.
He used the Manta to push out bottom wave. That was probably their only opportunity to make that exact play. That was a sick timing to hit from Alliance.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Because he's the highest net worth on his team and he is the solo core meant to carry this game on the side of PL, that death is incredibly costly.
Is under attack.
I'm planting the GG tree to block vision there on Fada. They do catch the next top, going for his own bounties.
Now losing Taz bottom though. S4 immediately above that kill, pushing in, taking the tier 1, 9.
He's invis.
Nico Baby has got the Aegis still for a couple of minutes. They've got to be careful. I don't know how much they do try and commit onto the Void Spirit, with the Void Spirit onto the Troll.
.33 decided they need a bit of extra sustain, deciding to delay that Blink Dagger in favor of the Vladimirs. It's an expensive item, but it feels really nice to buy if you can afford to on any hero. Armor, lifesteal, damage. It's all about enabling this PL to solo carry the game. The Vlad's is basically an extra item for your PL.
Yeah, and I guess as the Abaddon, you're going to have a good shot of staying alive as long as the PL is, so it's pretty much always going to be there.
Oh, the Nyx Assassin got the Philosopher's Stone. On some supports that have absolutely no way to farm and usually are vision-oriented, like the Nyx Assassin, you love this item. It basically doubles your GPM throughout the course of the rest of the game. So that's the dream.
Easy money for Hansken. As, yeah, that Yule Scepter not going to come too far away now, thanks to that. Seeing 9, about halfway in on his Aghanims.
Ooh, S4. He's looking. And have a Vlad's of his own. Troll loves that item as well.
See Tundra.
They're just about to expire.
I'm going to look to just jump Hansken first. FNG's heading over. He's got a curse to offer up. Ink from the side. Limp comes in with the silence. Hansken's able to turn, get the stun off. Hansken will go down. As now 9 and Skeeter, they turn towards Limp, but Limp's got the BKB. S4 finds the backlines. Roar onto Biver. They take down the Shaman.
Radiant's courier.
It's 9. He'll snipe a courier, but he'll get himself out of there. Tundra, after losing 2, they don't want to commit anything more to this team fight. 33 is able to pot the borrowed time and get away from this. Alliance, they take the fight, and they take a further objective.
Top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower.
See how
A
much.
little bit late on that outpost, though. They will take it at 22, which is nice for the map control. Also sets up the next Aegis. Alliance will most likely take a chill pill on the objective taking, most certainly playing 3 lanes as much as possible, farming as much as they can on the map, controlling the area around Roche, especially when the 30 minutes from now starts to tick the spawn possibilities of Roshan. Troll TP's bottom.
Are scanning.
Gets that extra farm. He's going to have that BKB. That's a huge timing for Nico Baby. He's unkillable.
Yeah. I mean,
Curious to see what he follows us up with. That's the real question. The Sanj and Yasha BKB after the Maelstrom, I'd say that's pretty standard if you go for this early mid-game build. But will he follow up with more damage from the Mjolnir? Survivability from like Abyssal or Scotty?
Tundra, meanwhile, trying to get that next item done for Skeeter. He's got the Reaver finished, so closing in on the heart, at least. As illusion is going to be a lot harder to deal with, but as you say, yeah, the BKBs, Limp's BKB, and now that of Nico Babies, certainly going to make them rather hard targets to deal with, as I imagine Tundra's just going to try and do their best to kite those BKBs out and look to come back in as soon as they come to an end. S4 jumping in aggressively onto 33. Skeeter starting to get some of the illusions out, but now they're onto it. They've got the stun. Skeeter, he's not going to have any backup as well, as the sidelines are held in position by the Winter's Curse. Skeeter's taken out. He's beaten down here. They've lost Skeeter. They've lost Vada. We'll see on the side, 9 trying to get in onto Hanskin, but he's got to back off himself. He can't get in any more aggressive onto Hanskin here. As Tundra lose a couple, and again, I mean, I don't know if it would necessarily saved him in that situation, but Skeeter, he's a real fan of sort of popping the Manta and sending in the illusions aggressively. Hanskin, well, he just decides to walk into the Serpent Wards. Maybe not quite expecting them to be on the high ground. And over to the side, Nico Baby, he's stuck around. He's getting gone on here by 33 and 9. They've got the ultimate as he'll hold his ground. Hex will stop him for now. Jump forward from 9. He's able to find us for the backline. Skeeter, as Biver, he's got the grab onto Nico Baby. Nico Baby's going to be held in position. A cold embrace will heal him up. FNG trying his best to save him. The silence is about to come to an end on 9, as 33's already chasing. 9's in with the Yules into Remnant. They pull back Nico Baby. They're taking him down. He's dead. As Alliance, they're still trying to fight this limp. Can't get 9 though. 9's out with a step. And it looked to be...
I understand why you're speechless, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe they got him there.
They got...
I was incredibly sick by 9.
I mean, Alliance just weren't expecting that at all. That really went down south pretty quickly. I mean, it all started with sort of Hanskin walking up the high ground and being, oh my goodness, there's Serpent Wards there. And then suddenly they're losing S4. They're losing their big man. They're losing Nico Baby.
I have to imagine Nico Baby's thinking something along the lines of, why are these guys going on me? What are they thinking? How are they going to kill me? And then somehow you die.
Well, there we go. Not the best of starts to this series of events. Hanskin dies to the wards, tips out, and suddenly Alliance, they've kind of fallen apart one by one. Nico Baby sticking around mid. Of course, whilst his BKB was still on cooldown, Limp, he commits with his exorcism, but they're not quite able to turn it. Tundra doing a great job of poking in and out, and 9 just, with the remaining duration of this arcane rune, getting so much done.
33 getting the courtesy heal to full from Limp's ghost. He can't control those, so that's a bit unfortunate. That Remnant combo placement consistently from 9 was just on point.
Very smartly done. I saw Limp, Limp tried to at least block the Remnant, but couldn't quite do so in time. Still gets the grab on Nico Baby, as Tundra with a pretty significant punch back there. After Alliance, we're starting to really get that momentum up that they need. Sure, Alliance still holding the lead, but definitely a bit of a knockdown there.
Yeah, Roche will start spawning sometime in the next 2.5 minutes. Like, it will be spawning. Excuse me, it has already started to spawn. So as long as Alliance still gets that Aegis, I think everything's going according to plan. But they're almost certainly going to want to get 1 lane of racks bare minimum with that second Aegis. Usually when you have these timing push lineups, the first one's about the map control. The second one is about breaking high ground, at least to the point that you've done enough economic damage, maybe force some buybacks. Obviously, over time, the creeps give less gold, so if you get that lane of racks, and PL, he'll eventually terrorize this game. And Nico Baby, he's elected to go for the axe. I like this purchase.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, what are you sort of seeing in this game that it's going to help him deal with the most?
The Frost Armor is pretty big. The Abaddon Shield also gets purged off, so it's effectively an extra 200 damage on your ranged axes. You have any runes that could be relevant, as we saw that Arcane rune in the last fight, sure. But also just the consistent 100% uptime of the melee Whirling Axes against the Phantom Lancer. That's the big part, I think, because he can constantly put himself in the middle of the Phantom Lancer, and he will just be dealing out no damage. And I think if both carries are doing virtually no damage, that's in favor of Alliance here.
No, absolutely, yeah, for sure. When you sort of look at the damage output that's being kicked out around them with the exorcism, I mean, with FNG as well, getting some great curses in these fights.
PL 4.1k damage. That is not very much. The Shivas will be really nice from the Death Prophet when he gets there. That AoE heal reduction against the Heart of Tarask, as well as the attack speed slow against all the illusions. It adds up in terms of mitigating the PL's damage over time, since he is their solo core. 9 has really stepped up in these mid-game to late-game team fights. I'm really looking forward to his execution as the game goes on.
Oh, but he's in.
Spoke too soon, though.
I think you just jinxed him, Brian.
Damn it! Sorry, 9. That's my bad, bro. I'll take that one.
Classic stuff there.
We blame the pause, 100%. Alliance capitalizing well on the pause. Tundra maybe falling asleep at the wheel a bit. You just lose complete awareness of where the opponent is. I think
pauses do
favor
mess
the
with
team
you.
that has higher kill threat, right? Like whoever has higher kill threat always benefits from the pause.
Radiant's
Yeah, you got to make sure that you're sort of more focused after a pause than you usually are for the rest of the game. That's definitely a point where things can suddenly just turn up and hit you in the face.
Yeah, Dota's like on the dance floor if you were just in the middle of your groove and suddenly the music just shuts off for a minute and then you just got to resume dancing. You know, it just doesn't work. There's like this Dota rhythm and you completely go off kill if you have these pauses. So I really hate it, but obviously 2 players disconnected. You got to do what you got to do. Bada, he's about to invest a third of his net worth into a gym. You got to respect that.
Yeah, you a fan of this?
Dire are scanning.
I think against the Knicks, you definitely, and the Hawk, you need to acquire that vision advantage.
Yeah.
And Alliance, they're looking to set up on Roche. This is really good. This is important. But will they get anything from
Oh!
Tundra? They assume they're just in there because of the way they broke.
Well, they get a courier.
Easy, Curry.
That's what Hanskin can find here. He's trying to scout things out. He's going to be able to line the Impale out onto Fada. Straight away, though, 9 jumps over towards the Knicks. Assassin's able to take him down. They've got the lockdown on the Deco Baby, but not long enough. As Deco Baby able to move in with the BKB, closes the gap onto Biver. We'll see if he can find another target already. Skeeter jumping off to the side. They try and control 9 with the Winter's Curse. 9, he's got to simulate backup just in time to dodge the silence from Limp. Jump across for the Skeeter, he's getting the illusion sent out onto Limp, draining his mana completely. As Limp's out of mana, he's going to pop the BKB here, as he's a little concerned at the threat of the PL jumping back in on it. This BKB and Exorcism popped by Limp, but he's having to back away and can't look to push the fight any further.
Yeah, long fights are really important for Tundra. The buybacks are going to come into play as these fights go on because their initial volley of spells is almost unavoidable on the side of Alliance.
They're really trying to chase this. They know that Limp hasn't got mana to use, so they can get kills around him. FNG will fall. The rest of Alliance having to fully reset that. Limp needs to get back to base to refuel. So they get this tier 1 tower thanks to that push.
Will they be able to get the Roche is the question.
Top lane 9.
Definitely have to deal with top first.
Nice for straight out with the TP.
No Yule Scepter.
In the river. Hansken, he's been found. They've got sentries down all over here. So they are playing very prepared for this Nyx Assassin, really making sure that Hansken is having a struggle trying to start the fights these times round. They're into the pit. No Hansken for 30 seconds, no Winter's Curse. A few timings are unavailable from Alliance. Leaves Tundra confident to commit to this. And it looks like they're going to be able to do this before Alliance gets anywhere close to the pit.
This is huge to shut down the timing.
Oh, FNG's got Curse back up. He's going to go for the big play. He's in. He's able to get the Curse off. But I guess it was on an illusion. It was on an illusion. It ends immediately. And Tundra, they'll be able to get what they came for. Roshan and Aegis, it's theirs. He tried FNG, but always a hard one to go for when there's that much action going on in the pit.
That's a game of Russian roulette. Do you feel lucky, Punk? Just ult one of them. Hope it's the right one.
And now Tundra, quick. As soon as they're out of the pit, they're making moves down bottom. Nico Baby's got to be a bit careful here. 9's hunting. Oh, yeah. It's understandable. He cannot afford to be caught there. Has to use the BKB charge to get out.
It's Aegis and Cheese. I don't think Alliance can win a fight when they have this Aegis Cheese. They really rely on that initial burst from the Beastmaster, as well as the Troll Warlord Ultimate BKB and the Nyx Assassin. All of their spells say, we want to win the fight in the first 5 to 10 seconds, and then chase you down with the remaining duration on the Death Prophet Ultimate. PL is the absolute king of long, drawn-out fights, burning everyone's mana over time and poking them down one by one. So I think this Aegis is potentially a disaster for Alliance, as Tundra is going to smoke up, look to make something happen. Ults are at the ready, though, for Alliance. They're smoked up, too.
Yeah, Curse back up in literally a second. It's there.
Seems to happen a lot in EU. These smokes where both teams end up on the opposite side of the map.
I mean,
I think they might catch the supports off guard here.
Tundra might not expect this. I mean, sorry, Alliance. Yeah, Alliance might not expect Tundra coming from the back here. Limp's going to put the Exorcism over to the side to get the silence out, but they've already managed to hex up S4. 9 kiting out whilst the silence comes to an end. Nico Baby moving in onto 33. They get the stone control onto 9. They're able to take down the Void Spirit. Fiver locking down Nico Baby for now. The Serpent Wards have been dropped. There's going to be a buyback for 9 trying to get back in on this, but Alliance, they're cleaning up kill after kill. The Curse holds back 33. Nico Baby turning over towards the Skeeter PL. Can he catch him? As Skeeter's trying to run. Limp and Nico Baby, they're doing their best to stay on top of them. As Skeeter shielded up, pots the Manta. He's out to the side. They can't close in on him, and now Skeeter, he's going to look to try and turn. 9 with the buyback jumps in onto Limp, but the BKB's up. Skeeter trying to jump out with the illusions, but they find him. They take him down the once. They continue to try and push 9 off to the side into the silence. Yules comes out to dodge the stun from Hansken. Skeeter's ready for round 2. The question is Alliance. As Hansken, he's up in the air, over to the side. Remnant pulling back Nico Baby. Nico Baby still has the ult to rely on. Hansken tries to TP out. He's not going to be able to make it away as 9 looks to chase down both Nico Baby and Lim. Spirit Lance in onto the troll. They're surrounding him. The Axis definitely helping him out against the illusions, but now they're on top of it. They're trying to burn the mana into the Remnant. Indeed, Nico Baby is going to have it burn low. He's not got enough to put the battle trance, and Nico Baby is running. Again, the missed chances from the Axis buying him some safety, but not enough. The Spirit Lance comes in as the final finishing blow for Skeeter as they take down Nico Baby.
That was looking so good for Alliance. I was about to just eat my own words as they barely eked that out. I think that was still really good on the side of Alliance. They got the Aegis. They forced a buyback from the Void Spirit. The problem is, I just don't believe they outscale this Phantom Lancer. The panel said they don't have the natural tools to deal with this hero as the game goes on. This Death Prophet Exorcism proves to be enough to threaten Skeeter, but if they can manage to kite out that duration, they just don't have the damage to deal with him. Yes, they can mitigate his damage, as you saw there. It takes forever for him to bring down Nico Baby. But if you're not killing him in return, who really cares how long it takes you? We saw that last game with how long it took them to kill S4 in some of those fights. There needs to be some sort of threat. And as long as they get rid of that DP Exorcism, there isn't one.
It's just getting bigger and bigger as Skeeter, the butterfly, on top of the Elven Tunic as well. So very hard for them to really cut through his illusions.
Positive is the Death Prophet ultimate cannot miss, but the Troll and the Beastmaster, they absolutely can. The 30% proc on Maelstrom is True Strike, so that mitigates a bit of this evasion.
It's something. 19 to 19. 3k in at the moment with Alliance holding that lead. Their 3 cores in a bit of a better place, but Skeeter sitting at the top of it all. Definitely the real problem for them here. They've got to try and deal with this PL.
That Psychic Headband. The Ether Lens on that Psychic Headband, his cast range on that is ridiculous. He also has a level 15 talent and the Psychic Headband giving you cast range. Jesus, look at that cast range on Shackles. That is an entire screen, basically.
Yeah, I mean, just goes to show really how that these fights it's just hard to see them get any easier, right, for Nico Baby, especially with his BKB duration dwindling. You know, it's down to 6 seconds. Well, I mean, already, you know, when it's 6, when it's 5, he's got to do so much during that time, because as soon as that comes to an end, if this Shaman's not dead, he's going to get controlled pretty heavily.
Yeah, I was about to say, as long as they can bring down the Shaman prior to that,
sure,
I think it's okay to take long fights.
Yeah.
The thing is, they have to be careful of Cole embracing him again, because he wasn't able to spam his Whirling Axes. All of his mana was lost during that. I think that might have killed him last fight.
Yeah, it did look a little awkward. I mean, as you say, stops him from spamming the Axes, and he had ult ready, but by the time the Embrace came to an end, he no longer had the mana to use it to try and stand his ground and punch back.
pins and needles for both teams, because if anybody jumps the back lines on either side, it spells disaster. Wyvern's super important. All the supports in these fights offer so much effective control or survivability for their cores. Fada, I'm just looking at his inventory. That's a sad one. Nine's got his BKB. We got a couple 10-second BKBs. S4's also got his. He's super important in fights too. Just his Beastmaster auras alone is enough. And the threat of the roar is probably crucial to bringing down the Shadow Shaman. It's him or Nyx, and since they're pretty much always going to be fighting on sentries, it's most likely him. He's been roaring Shaman every single fight. That's how much attention they're paying to this 4 position that offers a bajillion seconds of lockdown. That was an approximate estimation.
Some good maths there.
Yeah, quick maths.
FNG.
They're looking.
Oh, he's looking for the curse, but Nine's in with the BKB in the silence. He's able to catch FNG straight away. FNG's going to cold embrace himself for now. They're going to try their best to burst him. Over to the side, they've got the lockdown on the Limp. The ult's going to be used only onto an illusion. Limp getting very, very low. They're trying to finish off 9. Biver will be found by Nico Baby and Hanskin as they move to the backlines, take down the Shaman. Limp buying some time in the air, but he's so low. The Remnant catches him. Limp's down. He's out for 80 seconds and the exorcism down the drain. Look at the range here from Biver as he grabs Nico Baby up from the high ground. Nico Baby having to put the BKB to run as he's using the TP and BKB to just get out of there. Hansken will get cleaned up by Skeeter as well, as we are really starting to see the struggles of Alliance in these team fights as, you know, sort of one move made in the wrong direction and Tundra just overtake them in the fights.
Can't really blame FNG. He almost saved Death Prophet by using the Winter's Curse on the illusion and almost bought enough time, but it's just so hard to effectively use the Winter's Curse when the source of damage is a bunch of small instances from an illusion rather than some heavy single target hero.
Either this initiation.
And his illusion, there's mana.
Just catching S4. He's out of mana and the damage from this PL and his army is too much for S4 to deal with. S4's dead. They're up into the base and again Biver, distant range. The X into the shackles. He just catches Nico Baby from a mile off. As Nico Baby's out of mana. He's going to have to reset, get himself back to the fountain, and that's forced the buyback out of Limp.
3K network lead suddenly Trickster Cloak.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
A pretty sick
that's a very nice one. Let's see if he wants to keep it from himself. I mean, I guess the Elven Tunic, between the two of them, both good, but yeah, Trickster, it
magic
takes the
resistance
cake
is too
here.
much value, I
yeah,
think.
Absolutely.
20% on 3,300 health.
Yeah.
So much effective health there.
This is a tanky PL, and PL very soon to be hitting that level 25.
Will he take the Doppel or the crit? Probably Doppel, since the long fights are working out for them so far. Bada dedicating half of his net worth to Clarity Skeeter there.
Oh, and he got there. I was going to say that something that's even better than the Trickster Cloak. He finds the Illusionist Cape on PL.
Oh, that's sick, actually. Something I always forget about this item is that it gives extra damage to your illusions.
Dude, that's the main bit about it. What do you mean?
I honestly thought about the fact that it gave you an illusion.
Yeah, but hang on.
That's good enough.
Dude, Brian, hold up. We got a rapier in the game.
Oh, they probably needed it. He has a butterfly. The evasion
let's
talents.
go. Is it going to be enough, Brian? Is this rapier going to crush him?
I don't see any other way they win this game. I admire this play by Nico Baby.
There we go. Let's start things. Looking towards the abandon. 9 trying to jump over towards the back lines. Oh, they're able to burst him.
Didn't get his ult off.
Oh, it's a big break hit from Hanskin. It takes him out straight away. He's got to buy back, but they've lost S4. Skeeter turning over towards Limp. Limp needs help, and he needs it now. FNG, he's going to get taunted. He's not going to get a chance to get his curse off as FNG goes down. Nico Baby and Limp watching for the sidelines. FNG's got to buy back Nico Baby. He's on top of 9. He's going to pop the ult. The illusion's tagging it for now. He's over towards the main PL, but Skeeter's able to jump to the safety of the high ground. Nico Baby is being dragged in over towards the PL, but now he's got to be careful. Hanskin comes in with the stun, holds back the illusions, but won't quite be able to catch Skeeter, as there's 2 dead on Tundra. Alliance, with all 5 of them up there with the buybacks from FNG and S4. And Roshan is up. So now with this rapier, they can go for the roast. They've got 5 up against the 3. They they can have a pretty good job of trying to secure this for Nico Baby. Over to the side, the 9. He's found S4. He's still straight over the backlines, but it's a trap. They've got the Winter's Curse. They're ready for the counterplay. They line it up for the 2-man Impale. Buying time for Lim to come over. 9's put the BKB, but the Roar's there from S4. Locks down 9. 9's out of the game. The borrowed time
No
comes from
buyback on
33. Brought back for this. He's dead as well. Down for 2 minutes.
Wow.
As they get baited in there, 9 jumping in incredibly aggressively.
Scouting out Skeeter here.
Oh, this would be a huge one if they can get the PL.
He knows which one's real. They have the damage. Skeeter knows he's screwed. Can he juke?
They've got the setup. S4's in on him. Skeeter is going to go over towards the Winter Wyvern first. FNG's able to get the cold embrace off, though. He's going to live, and Skeeter's going to die.
No buyback.
Alliance, they're pulling off some sweet moves here. And the Roche, I mean, it absolutely is going to be there as they head to the pit. And it's the Aghanims as well. 3rd Roche here this game. That's a big Roche to take. I mean, who's eyeing up that Aghanims at the moment?
You might even give it to S4, but because of the continuous axes for the PL illusions. But I imagine they give it to Lim. Yeah, they give it to Lim.
Here we go. Now
there was no other way that Alliance is winning this game than buying that rapier on Nico Baby. What a sick, ballsy move. We're seeing it more and more often nowadays. Carries don't seem afraid at all to just purchase a rapier.
We've got to try and hold.
They might just end the game.
Yeah, for 50 seconds without Skeeter or 33. And Aegis on
They
troll.
don't know Skeeter has no buyback, but they know 33 doesn't. I think this game's just over. We'll see. They might just choose to go the safe route, which I can't blame them since they don't know for sure that there's no PL buyback. And they do have Glyph on Tundra.
2 sets of racks. At the least there for Alliance. See if they want to stick around for another. I'm going to be feeling pretty strong right now. Up to a very comfortable 23k lead, and with those 2 racks, they are going to respect the respawns, and they'll back up for now. But Alliance really getting this road to victory cleared up, as you see there on the graph, shooting right up after those last few moves around the pit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I believe Kyle about this rapier purchase would say something along the lines of, that is playing to win, baby, because there is no fear of loss coming out from Nico Baby with this purchase. He did not have an Aegis nor a reliable way to secure it when he bought that. He also has the Battle Trance Strong Dispels, so he can utilize that when he's shackled. It does not work during hexes, but the majority of Shadow Shaman's disable is the shackle. So that may come in handy.
And I guess this is really really one of the upsides at this stage as well, being that, you know, Alliance, as we see, you know, they have Nico Baby on a hero that can buy a rapier. I guess the thing is with a PL, you can never really match that, right? You never want to be buying a rapier on a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, it's nice for the True Strike, but 300 damage does literally nothing, so...
Yeah.
The thing about Skeeter here is that he was able to make the fights long because nobody threatened him. But now Nico Baby, he can run in the middle of them with those whirling axes, and he's not just mischance anymore. He will kill Skeeter.
He's killing him, yeah.
So that's going to eliminate a lot of Skeeter's damage because his ability to maneuver the fights is heavily limited because of that.
Oh, Nico Baby just absolutely massive right now. Skeeter coming out of the base a little bit here. We've got to be very careful. I mean, as we've seen, our S4, FNG, they're very ready to make that jump happen. Both with great tools to initiate.
Nice ward coming out from Alliance just in case there are any cute plays from Tundra.
Skeeter. Whoa. Trying to drain some of this mana of Nico Baby, make it a little more awkward for him to push on. Each time he steps up, he's got to be careful. Alliance
That's
find a
so annoying to
chance.
deal with this consistent mana burn.
Yeah, Nico Baby's pretty much entirely out of mana. As they're going to get the jump. Esports going to come in with a BKB charge for the Roar. The silence is out. Skinner puts the doppel over to the backlines 9. He's jumping in, trying to control Handscape, but the curse is out. It's locking down 9 and Skinner here onto each other. 9, he's up in the air with the Stormcrafter. He's going to be able to lift Doppelganger to the side. He's looking for the backline. Skinner over to the side. Handscape getting shackled in position. 9 jumps in with the spike. Carapace sets up 9 for his death. Skinner, he's out of health. He's out of mana. He's got one more jump up to the high ground, but Handscape, he's there waiting. The stone comes out. Skinner's down as him and Fada will buy back. But there's no 9 for this defense. Skeeter ready for round 2. He's in onto S4. Both S4 and Hansken very low right now. They take out S4. They're turning over towards Hansken. Hansken will be able to get the stun on the 33, but Skeeter's able to jump over it, finish him off. Tundra having to use 2 buybacks, but they will push back Alliance. The base, the Ancient's taking a lot of damage. They'll be able to head over and clean that out. They push back Alliance, but it does cost them quite a bit there.
They might just be able to all in the throne. They do have fortification on Tundra, but if they are ever forced to use that, Alliance could probably just ignore them and hit the base, utilizing the curse to just stall out. Their single target building damage is insane.
And we do see, Skeeter, I mean, he feels like he just has to go for this rapier, right, because everything's missing. He's running in, these axes are flying around everywhere, and he's just not been able to have do the damage that he wants to. So over he goes, and rapier just a few hundred gold away from being online on this PL as well.
Yeah, rapiers tend to be infectious. One guy gets one, and the other guy says, well, crap, I can't man-fight this guy anymore. I guess I gotta buy one. Definitely the logical response for Skeeter. Like you said, though, it does not feel good on Phantom Lancer to buy this item, as opposed to a Troll Warlord. He does have the critical strike, though, so his main hero will be hitting pretty hard, and a lot of his damage was being mitigated by the mischance of the Whirling Axes.
Yeah.
So even though he doesn't actually benefit from the bonus damage, his illusions are still hitting for more than twice as much damage effectively because they will not be missing.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's just for that 100% true strike, it's probably worth it alone at this stage, as that, yeah, it just solves such a huge issue for him and his sort of the way that he's holding the high ground, sending these illusions out.
Interesting that Nico Baby went for the Scotty. For me, it's a double-edged sword. You got more mana to work with, but then you have more mana to burn. I never really know how that one plays out. That's a conundrum I always find myself in.
I mean, honestly, before sort of the rapier's done on the PL, I guess, that he feels that the mischance is allowing him to not really be threatened too much by sort of these hits, and he doesn't really care. But now definitely the situation has changed. They're going to try and smoke up and make a move, see if they can catch Tundra outside of the base here, Alliance. Slim, leading in. Smoke's going to get dispelled. He's not going to get spooked by the illusion too much. Now Tundra knows what's up. As Biver, he's going to jump over the heads, commits with the BKB, he's trying to shackle Hansken, and now with the start, the Chain Frost comes in with a burst through the Shaman. The Curse is holding down the PL, but have they got anything damage-wise? They're trying to take him out into the Impel. They're locking him down. They're bringing him low, but Skinner's able to put the man to jump out with the Doppelganger. Skinner will reset for now at the side of the fight, sends a Spirit Lance over to FNG, 9's out of there. They'll leave 33 behind. Skinner just heavily on the retreat, trying to desperately get back to the base's Alliance. They're chasing, and they've caught him. The Impale's out. They've locked Skinner down. He's got nothing left to offer. He's down. He's out for 2 minutes. The Rapier hits the deck. As Alliance, they should be able to close this one up now. FNG picks up the Rapier for himself as Alliance are ready to waltz down mid and take this game.
I'll make my first accurate prediction of the game and say Alliance will be able to take it from here.
Unless the 4 heroes here can do something amazing. 9, he jumps in, but immediately Hanskin's prepared with a spike carapace. 9 on the dieback. Fada can do nothing against this. 4 of them dead. GG is called, and Alliance will close up this game 2, equalizing the series.